Welcome to Liberated Living, where we unleash the power within to create extraordinary lives in a more just and vibrant world. I'm Rebeccah Bennett, founder of InPower Institute, and each week we'll explore the places where our liberation, healing, and spiritual growth meet. Welcome, everybody. Today, our focus is on the 5 blocks to love. That's right, you heard me. Now, of course, there are more than 5, but we're going to focus on the essential ones today. And the reason that we're going to do this is because in the month of February, we are often focused on love. And part of that is because of the presence of Valentine's Day, right? This tradition, which dates back centuries and centuries and centuries, right, from all the way from 496 AD and then got popular in the 18th century, is one where we focus on romantic love often. We spend hundreds of millions of dollars, perhaps even billions of dollars, in February on celebrating the presence of love in our lives or in lamenting the absence of love in our lives. Oh, right? How many of us have been there? And so February is a time when we focus on love, but I really want to have us sort of move away from the idealized and commercialized expressions of love that we read about or that we see about in our television, to really talk about what's true for us. Because most of us don't have those idealized experiences. We have the real nitty-gritty experiences, not the fictions that we are sold. Now, one of the things that happens in February is that the focus often when we talk about love is on getting the love that we want. But I want to shift our attention from that to focus on what do we do with the love that we have. Not getting the love we want, but what we do with the love that we have. And what we do with the love that we have profoundly shapes and impacts our experiences of love in this life. So this is where we're going to place our attention. Now notice that I asked you, what is it that you do with the love that you have? I didn't ask you about other people's behavior. I'm not going to be focused on their comportment or their treatment of you, right? Or any of that. Because while how other people treat you matters, it's not what matters most. Now, some of you might be going, but Rebeccah, like how other people love us is real. Like how they love us evokes a response. We respond based upon the ways that we're treated. And I would say to you, yes, you're right, we do. And yet we have never and will never be able to control fully other people's thoughts, actions, choices, decisions, beliefs, behaviors. So if we can't control it, I'm going to invite us to shift our attention to where we actually have the greatest influence, which is not on what other people do, but it's on what we do. Our best option is to focus on ourselves, where we have both the greatest influence and the greatest accountability. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. When I was 28 years old, I went away on a sabbatical for 3 months. And while I was out of town, I took with me a desire deep in my heart. And I found the words for that desire in a beautiful song by India.Arie. Some of you might know this song. It is, I Am Ready for Love. Right? I took that with me and I sang in the canyons of Colorado and the mountains of Utah. I am ready for love. I took that with me. Now, for those of you who know the song, you know that like the next part is like, why are you, what? Hiding from me. I'm ready for love. Why are you hiding from me? Any of you ever been there? Yes. Well, it took me some years to get the love that I wanted, but when it showed up, y'all, I was not ready for it. I was not ready for the love that I wanted when it finally came to my doorstep. I was not prepared for its rigors and its realities. And this is because I discovered, probably like many of you, that while I wanted love, I didn't really trust it not to hurt me. Oh, I'm going to say that again because I think that shoe fits lots of people. I wanted love, but I didn't really trust it not to hurt me. So I was braced, hold that for a moment, braced for hurt. You can feel that. You can see that in my posture. I was braced for hurt. I wanted love, but I braced for hurt. I could turn that into a t-shirt. And when we brace for something, when we tense, when we tighten up, what we're really doing is seeking to protect and defend ourselves. And when we're in a defensive posture, what we want can't get to us. What we want can't get to us. And so this means that in much of our love and our loving, we are carrying in ourselves in ways that are designed to block hurt, to keep hurt out. And so it means that we weaponize our hearts. We put on a full plate of armor, right? Of all these defenses. We turn our backs. We literally do anything and everything that we can to keep hurt at bay, to keep it away, to keep ourselves safe. Now, there's a great irony of life. And that great irony is this, that in the places where we think we are blocking hurt, we are really blocking love. I'm going to say it again. In the places where we think we are blocking hurt, we are really blocking love. And we're not just blocking love from coming to us. We're also blocking love from moving through us and from flowing out from us. You see, here's the truth. There really is no way to block hurt in this life. Pain happens, right? We're grown folks here. Pain happens. We don't block hurt. We heal it. We heal it. So now our work is to understand that if we don't heal it, we perpetuate it. And there are these common forms of hurt that show up. And they're not just that they show up in our lives, it's that we actually make these hurts mean something about us. Did you get that? It's not just that we're hurting, it's that we actually make the hurt mean something about who and what we are and what we can have. And when we do that, that is what blocks love. So here are the 5 that are most common, and there might be some others. So help me out here. But here are 5. The first is around our virtue, and it is, I'm not good enough. Anybody know that? Anybody know that hurt? I'm not good enough. It becomes a block to love, because wherever we believe we're not good enough, there's love that can't come to us and can't flow through us. The second is around our value. This one is, I'm not worthy enough. The third one is around our power. It's, I'm not strong enough. The fourth one is around our looks or our appeal, right? And it's, I'm not attractive enough. But I really want you to think about that as like, nobody sees me. Right? And the fifth one is around our relationships. And it's, I'm not lovable enough. I'm not wanted enough. Right? I just want you to sit with those for a moment. Because chances are, at least one of those shows up in your life. I know I have all 5, so I'm going to just claim that right now. And I've been doing a lot of work to heal it. Now, what I want to be clear about is that these blocks to love that many of us have are not our fault. Do you hear me? They are not our fault, but it is our work to heal them. And why is it not our fault? It's not our fault because all of these unhealed hurts, they play out not just at individual levels, but they also play out at societal levels, right? Where they're scaled up and they are reinforced by the systems and the structures that keep us hurting in order to maintain control. Did you hear me? Think about this for a moment. The I'm not good enough is often maintained by a set of religious structures that focus on shaming us. Not all of our faith traditions deeply root in shame, but so many of them do. Right? Or our I'm not worthy enough is often reinforced by exploitive economic systems. I'm a black woman in America, y'all. Black folks, as long as they've been on this side of the pond, have not had their talent, their intellect, or their labor adequately valued and compensated. Not in 400 years. So we didn't just get to I'm not worthy enough on our own out of the ether. We have not been fairly appreciated and compensated. right? Or when we think about, I'm not strong enough, it's because we are part of political systems that are winner take all, right? Zero-sum games that don't work for us and they don't work for our country. Or when we think about I'm not attractive enough, nobody sees me, that comes in many ways from toxic media programming that says if we want to be seen, we have to be different than what we are. Or when we think about I'm not lovable enough, where's that come from? It comes from oppressive social castes and hierarchies that place white above black, or male above female, or straight above queer, or human above earth, right? Or big over small, or Christian over Muslim. Like, really, name your hierarchy. But what it does is reinforces that whoever is on the targeted end isn't worthy, right? It's not our fault, y'all, but it is our work to heal. Because if we don't, we will not get the love that we need, not just to survive, but to thrive. And so this February, I'm inviting you to release these blocks to love. Make a commitment for the rest of your life to work on this. I offer up for your consideration in closing a prayer that I have created to help me in this work. And it goes like this. I release all blocks to love. I forgive myself for blocking love. I thought I was blocking hurt. I forgive all who have blocked love. They too thought they were blocking hurt. We have all been confused. We are all doing the best we can, given our beliefs and our circumstances. It is not our fault, and yet it is our choice whether to heal. I choose to heal. I choose to root and to flow in love. This is how I grow. And it turns out that this is how our species thrives and survives. One choice: to heal, to root, and to flow in love at a time. One choice: to embrace the wildness of our hearts, which is our truest nature. These are wild heart times, y'all. Wild heart. Have faith. Have faith. Our wounds are not terminal, and our healing is at hand. Until next time, God bless.